Oh, what's up, guys? GotDave here. And I'm actually going to a KTM test ride day right now. And one of the bikes that I am signed up to ride, according to the email that I received, is either a 2016 or 2017 Duke 690. And I'm signed up for one of those Adventure 1290s, one of the big bikes, because I've never really ridden like a big heavy bike that weighs like 500 pounds, so I just figured I'd, it's like a big old touring bike. But the bike that I really wanted to ride is the 690. Oh shit, man. Where did I fucking park? Yeah. No, I'm riding this one. Whoa, what the hell? Everybody's here. This is crazy.
This one, and tell me how different it is from yours.
This isn't the new one.
Oh, it isn't?
I wanted to, but so I'm riding my second. Yeah, it's the same. Okay. Yeah, they don't have it. I was gonna ride that one, but it's the same exact setup as mine. So it's like, what's the point of that, I decided I'm riding my second choice, which is this big old sucker. It's the Super Adventure 1290. I love the analog tack with the digital speedo. That is like my favorite setup. All right. This is nice and soft. You can tell it's a big freaking bike, that's for sure. It's a big old heavy bike, man. Whoa. It definitely, I'm afraid like to drop it. Like once you get rolling, then it's cool. But I just hit neutral right there. This engine's definitely really smooth. The shifter needs to be like a little bit sticking out farther. Has a nice throttle curve. Like when you do like a slow turn and then you accelerate out of it, it's nice when it's like not too twitchy. The seat's really warm. I don't know if that's like because of the exhaust or the engine is underneath there, or if it's got like a heated seat that's turned on that I don't know about or something. I don't know. But the seat is like extremely warm. Yeah, how's that? Yeah, it's pretty good. Bars are high enough up that you can stand up easily on the pegs. So that's nice. Like on long trips, it's nice just to stand up and like cruise for a while. I like how it's got the gear shift indicator, so I can tell what gear I'm in. I like that. I should have reset the odometer on this thing, or figured out how to do that and reset it. Feels like it's got good power and all. I can't believe we're going this far. We're going like all the way up into the canyon. I hope he makes a right up here and we get to go through the farmland. I hope that's what he does, because that is going to be a long freaking ride. The guy in front of me is on a 390. The guy in front of him is on the new GT. This engine is so nice and smooth. I'm loving this. It's just a little bit bigger and heavier than what I need. It's got a good feel to it. It doesn't feel as big as it looks, that's for sure. Like when you're standing on the bike and you like lean it to the side, you're like, holy crap, you like really feel it. But once you're moving, feels pretty maneuverable, pretty good. Sorry I didn't get to test ride the new 690, but they didn't have it. This area out here is so nice. Definitely tell how much the windscreen is helping me right now, because it's super windy and it's like not hitting me or anything. It's funny because you might think that like these demo rides don't do any good, but I'll tell you what, the last time I did a KTM demo ride, I don't know how long ago it was, but I owned the Yamaha 250 WR 250, whatever, and I owned the Aprilia Dorsoduro 750. Those are the two bikes that I owned. And now I don't own either of those bikes. The two bikes that I own now are the Duke 690 and the RC8, both by KTM. So honestly, you know, it's like I would tell any dealership, I would advise you to do test rides, because how are people going to know how awesome a bike is, or get hooked on the feel of an engine or the sound of the exhaust, or, you know, it just, that's what you're buying a bike for, you know, is the character of that bike. The mirrors on this bike, I'll tell you, I have never used OEM mirrors before where you don't see your shoulder. And these mirrors are awesome. I could tell you could really, like, if you rode this bike all the time and you were used to it, you could school people on this bike, dude. You could really rail out in the canyon on this thing, man. It feels like they put all the weight like really down low, and it's balanced really good. It feels like it turns really good. It's got the electronic suspension, because you can see the wires coming out of the tops of the forks. I love how you could pinch this seat with your knees right there, and it is just the most comfortable thing ever, man. This thing feels rad. The power comes on so smooth. It's like as the power is coming on, it's pushing the back tire into the ground. It's not like trying to spin the rear wheel. It's like making it hook up more is what it feels like. That's basically how the RC8 feels. It's the way the chassis is, or the swing arm, or whatever does it. I don't know. I didn't want to stop, but I had to. I wonder what that red light is, if that's like a shift light or something. Well, the windscreen definitely doesn't work good enough to keep all the wind noise out of my helmet for motovlogging. That's for sure. You know, I mean, I thought that it would just be like totally silent behind the windscreen. Like I'd be able to ride with my visor up. Definitely sounds nice. I don't know where to go. I don't know which way to go. Now I'm supposedly the lead man. I don't know where to go. I'm really not sure. Is it that way? Okay. I think I passed the turn, and now he's like, oh, that guy obviously doesn't know where to go. He thought I knew. This bike is so smooth, suspension-wise. I think that's like because the extra weight. You know, like heavier bike. Yeah, good. Yep. Yeah, he's like, I was hoping that last guy would see that we turned. This is rad. This is really a fun bike. It's like having the power of the RC8, but it's all comfortable like the Duke. There's something weird about the seat though. I think it's the angle. I'm like sliding toward the tank. Nice, yeah, this is a good bike, man. Yeah, loving it. It feels really narrow. As far as like the handlebars, it feels like I could split lanes on it just as easily as the RC8. That was a long ride, man. That was super long. I don't know how test rides usually are, but my GoPro battery died somewhere along the way. I noticed it when I was doing the walk around like this, talking about this bike. So I don't know how much of the ride I lost, but it was a nice long ride. It was fun. That's what I was on. 1290 Super Adventure, which is like the fully loaded touring model. They have like the 1190 Adventure, and then they have this 1290 Super Adventure. I think it holds like an extra gallon of gas, and it's got like the heated grips and seats and different, it's got like some extras that the other one doesn't come with. So that's it. Back to the Duke 690, and I didn't get to ride the new 690. So maybe another day. Still haven't rode that bike.